here, owner of Kopac Design and Build, going over the Jet 1.5 horsepower closed stand shaper. Picked this up a few days ago in person. It was a local store that supplied it, and I'm just going to go over a few key features because there were 2 reviews on YouTube and they both sucked, so hopefully this one's a little bit better. Basically, it comes in this box. It's $1,050, at least at my place. Comes attached to the pallet. All you really have to do is lift this box up, nice and light, and then your shaper will be attached with 2 bolts underneath, so you gotta flip it on the side to attach those 2 pallet bolts, and then you're ready to rock and roll. I didn't know that at first, so I was kind of tipping it over, and I was like, why is it still attached? And I also cut the box open, and there's no need to. So it comes with the shaper, of course. It comes with all of these attachments. The attachments has a closed spindle strander, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch collet, also some additional parts for attaching your own shaper bits. I believe there's a 1/2 inch and a 1 inch, the proper Allen keys, safety stuff, and additional wrenches, and little featherboard pieces. So looking at this right here, you can see it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. This door right here, this design thing is a little bit weird if you're trying to see what you like and what you don't like. The only reason I don't like it is because when you take this out, you can see it makes a weird sound, and it's just, that sound is it scratching against the paint, and the paint is chipping off because it's a metal washer with the spring, and I just feel like they could have figured out something better. So inside here is the housing. There are screw holes in all 4 corners down here, allow you to attach it to the floor. I did that because I noticed when you're pushing the work material through, the whole shaper can move. It does weigh, I believe, 200 pounds, the box said. So it does have some weight to it, but these floors are slippery. Maybe in a garage floor, it wouldn't really move as much. Down here is the motor housing. I guess while we're down here, I'll show you something really quick, which is actually a nice feature. When you're going to change out the bit, you'll notice for a lot of router tables, you need 2 different wrenches. You have to hold one with one hand, one with the other, and you always nick up your finger like I did there, and it just hurts after a time if you don't wear gloves. So this right here, we'll unplug this before I reach my hand in there. So this, you can see it's spinning, it's ready to move, but if you want to change the bit, basically you come down here, and there's the housing, the belt, which has adjustable RPMs. I believe you can change that belt from here to here. But this piece right here, this is what I'm trying to get at. All you gotta do is spin that around just about a 1/4 turn, and what that's going to do, listen for the click, that locks that in, so when you take the wrench that it came with to adjust that, that's going to be nice and easy. You don't have to hold 2 different wrenches. Buttons on the front once this is closed. Let me just open that back up for when I turn it on. If you turn it on with that locked, yeah, try not to do that, but I've done it once. It doesn't mess it up, but I'm sure it's not good for the belt, for the motor. This button right here, forward and reverse for the on button. This one will lock and unlock for moving the depth up and down, and this one will actually move the depth up and down. Nice and easy, goes up as much as you need. And also goes down. The only thing I did notice, I'm using a 1/2 inch bit right here. The furthest that will go down is right, and I actually needed it to go down about another 1/16 of an inch or so, and I couldn't get it to do so. So just check your bits before you run all the pieces through. Maybe do a test of each one, just make sure that it's lining up right. I guess they could have went down a little bit more, but I know this is made for shaper bits and not router bits, so it's really not their fault that happened. So that, you could adjust the depth, lock it in, and let's see, it has the miter gauge it comes with also. I noticed some miter gauges, when you put it in there, they kind of wobble, they don't line up right, but this actually, it's actually pretty tight in there, nice and smooth. Also the fence back here, these are actually for the fence. I didn't realize this. I was adjusting these with pliers back and forth every time. These replace this, so all you have to do, turn it like that with one hand, and then you're able to move the fence. This is actually made of solid maple too, I believe. Stained, polyurethane, nice and smooth. You could unscrew these if you need to, adjust them nice and close to this. You could even put 0 clearance parts in there if you want to make them yourself. As far as the dust collection, it actually works pretty well. I have a 4-inch hooked up over here to this Shop Fox, what is that? I think that's a 1.5 horsepower dust collection as well, but everything has shutoffs, as you can see down here, so it's not taking up like dust from every single opening. It's just one dedicated machine at a time. And I did notice it sucks up the dust pretty well, but it does happen to collect a little bit in areas such as over here and over here. So I'm thinking maybe I'll put something straight going across like that to collect the dust a little bit better. but I would say for the most part, the dust collection is pretty sufficient for this. When compared without it, you can see there's stuff on the ground when I didn't use the dust collection. So it helps a lot. I would definitely recommend getting that set up, or at least put a vacuum or something there if you don't have a dust collector. Turning it on, it's actually pretty quiet as well. Plug this in and turn it on so you can hear it. It's a lot quieter than my old router tables. There's the forward and reverse, of course. Just make sure if you're going to switch it, let it power off all the way before you do that. It's not good for the belt. Also, make sure that that little piece that I spun earlier, to make sure that the bit will stay fixed when you're trying to adjust them. Make sure that that's unlocked as well so that it can spin freely before you turn it on. I've turned it on once and that was locked, and I don't think that's good for the motor. Over here, I guess that's just some air, a little opening for the motor to get some air. I did secure it to the floor. There's also this adjustment right here, which is pretty nice. If you're trying to adjust the fence, you can unscrew these and you can turn this, and that will move the fence over. This one is stuck a little bit, which is kind of annoying, so I don't know if I just have to work that one in. The other one spins freely, so I don't know if that's just that needs to be worked in there with some grease or what, but I would check that on yours and just make sure that they both move freely without excess effort. So that's about it. I hope this review helped you out. If you have any questions or anything, my main social media is Instagram at Kopac Design. Check me out on there. If you want to follow, there's some cool content. I post stories every day of what I'm working on, pictures, some really cool content. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram. My phone number's there, my email's there, and thank you so much for watching.